Welcome to Kansas Ag Report with your host, Brian Holman.
Welcome to Kansas Ag Report. I'm Brian Holman, and here's our lineup for today's show. In Ag News, we'll take a look at local and national headlines affecting Kansas farmers. In our Ag Feature, we sit down with Kenlyn Johannes, Kansas Soybean Commission's Executive Director, to discuss upcoming projects and research at the Commission. And inside Kansas Ag, Kansas Soybean talks to us about renewable fuels, and Farm Bureau tells us about the My American Farm website. In the news you need to know, we get our weekly update from the Kansas Livestock Association, look back at last week's market activity with the guys from Paragon, and we'll let you know about important events coming up around the state of Kansas. Glad you could join us.
Closed captioning brought to you by
The Soybean Checkoff. Progress powered by Kansas farmers. KansasSoybeans.org.
Ag Risk Solutions. Experience, knowledge, integrity. Your crop insurance solution, Ag Risk Solutions. Kansas Wheat Commission. Leaders in the adoption of profitable innovations for wheat. Online at kswheat.com. Kansas Livestock Association. Supporting our members' business interests to meet consumers' demands. KLA.org.
Here's our national headlines for this week in Ag News. U.S. ethanol production has averaged more than 1 million barrels a day for 9 weeks in a row. The strong production is supported by good margins, the high availability of corn, and expectations of solid domestic and export demand. The week of December 9th set the all-time high of 1 million barrels, and the trend has continued since. According to a release from USDA, early termination options for certain CRP contracts will begin next year, making it easier to transfer property to the next generation of farmers and ranchers. Access to land, land tenure, succession, and estate planning is an increasingly important issue for the future of agriculture and a priority for USDA. Typically, if a landowner terminates a CRP contract early, they are required to repay all previous payments plus interest, but that option is waived now if the land is transferred through sale or lease. Details on this early termination opportunity will be available at local FSA offices starting January 9th. A new national alfalfa checkoff program went into effect January 1st. The program will be coordinated by the National Alfalfa and Forage Alliance. President Beth Nelson says the checkoff dollars will fund public research into alfalfa and alfalfa forage systems. The checkoff will be assessed at a rate of $1 per bag of seed sold by participating seed companies. Nelson points out that alfalfa is the nation's third most valuable field crop behind corn and soybeans, and she says they hope to raise $500,000 annually. In the local news, Kansas feedlots with capacities of 1,000 or more head contained 2.2 million cattle on feed on December 1st, according to USDA's NASS. This inventory was up 4% from last year. Placements during November totaled 370,000 head, up 21% from 2015. Fed cattle marketings for the month of November totaled 370,000 head, up 25% from last year. KDHE's Bureau of Waste Management is accepting applications for 2 types of waste reduction grants: Kansas Green School Grants and Waste Tire Grants. The Kansas Green School Grant Program provides K-12 schools with the opportunity to implement recycling projects. The Waste Tire Grant Program helps communities improve their playgrounds and parks by purchasing products made from waste tires. Applications for these grants must be postmarked by February 15th. Visit the KDHE website for grant information. The 2017 Kansas Young Farmers and Ranchers Leaders Conference will be held January 27th through 29th in Manhattan. This year's conference will focus on giving you the business and financial tools necessary to build a solid foundation for your operation. Topics will include commodity-specific, regulatory, policy, leadership, and current agricultural trend issues. Conference information, including on how to register, can be found at kfb.org. Up next in our feature, we sit down with Kenlyn Johannes, Kansas Soybean Commission's Executive Director, to discuss upcoming projects and research at the Commission. You're watching Kansas Ag Report. Please stay tuned.
This segment brought to you by Kansas Livestock Association, supporting our members' business interests to meet consumers' demands. KLA.org. Oldie Seed Farms, carrying soil-specific seed. Find them on the web at oldieseed.com. That's OHLDE seed.com. Grass and Grain, online or in the mail, keeping Kansas farmers informed for over 60 years. Grassandgrain.com. Kansas Wheat Commission, leaders in the adoption of profitable innovations for wheat. Online at kswheat.com.
Imagine having someone help you pick the best corn hybrids for every field on your farm. Your Oldie representative can combine your data with his data to offer a field-by-field prescription. Contact Oldie Seed today at 877-692-4555.
This Medford, New Jersey school bus runs on biodiesel, and so do these. In fact, all of these buses run on clean-burning biodiesel, which is great because the more we use biodiesel in our heavy-duty vehicles, the less carbon pollution in our air. Think how great it would be if more of our school buses ran on biodiesel. More biodiesel, less carbon pollution. More is less. Biodiesel, America's advanced biofuel.
You need a partner that you can count on to be there for your business. Providing a depth of understanding to risk management issues so you don't have to. A knowledgeable support team located in your area, delivering products and services to make you more successful.
Premier Farm and Home has what you need to make your lawn the best in the neighborhood.
Hi, I'm Ken. We choose Premier Farm and Home for the professional look that we do ourselves.
Feel free to stop in. You can also visit our website at heycow.com.
Thanks for staying with us. We're at the Kansas Soybean Office here in Topeka. We're joined by Kenlon Johannes, who's the Executive Director of the Kansas Soybean Commission. And Kenlon, thanks for joining us. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, the whole bit as we come into 2017. What a great year for Kansas soybean farmers. It looks like we potentially have a record crop.
Well, certainly, kind of an early holiday gift, I guess,
exactly.
is what we ended up getting.
Which means potentially we've got some additional revenue coming through from the penny per bushel deal. And what are some of the things that the Commission's looking at possibly funding for fiscal year 17-18?
Well, they have a great opportunity. That, in fact, they looked at 70 different proposals that were submitted to them. They put out a request for a proposal in August. They got replies back in late November, and then they sit down and they glean through all those proposals. So they had a really grueling 3-day meeting where a lot of people came in. They had a lot of good ideas, but they were able to actually fund a few more things this year than they did in the past, mainly because of what you said. It looks like the revenue this year could be over $8 million. Of course, we send half to the national board, so we'll have a little more than $4 million probably to work with in states. So they were very excited, and I think came up with a good slate of different ideas that they do.
Perfect. And when we talk about funding different ideas, you guys kind of have an idea of what you're really wanting to do. International markets, education, potential new uses for soybeans and byproducts of soybeans. Is that kind of the line that they follow along? Yeah,
it really is. And it kind of coincides with the national board, because the national board has big, huge projects for international marketing, because 60% or more of our soybeans get exported. Right. And then national does some research, and national does some biodiesel and those types of things. But we enhance that in state, and we actually do some projects of our own. So as far as international marketing is concerned, we've got kind of a 3-pronged approach that they fund. We fund it for soybeans itself, and we go to Japan, Mexico, and the Caribbean with those. They look at meat, which is mainly swine, and taking that to Japan and Korea. And then they look at poultry, which they, again, have kind of looked at Japan, and then they look at Korea and in South America, and really some in Mexico. So that's kind of the international focus on a 3-pronged way.
Perfect. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to finish up with Kenlon here at the Kansas Soybean Office. Watching Kansas Ag Report. We'll see you in just a minute.
This segment brought to you by Farm Bureau, a grassroots ag organization representing the state's farmers and ranchers since 1919. KFB.org. Oldie Seed Farms, carrying soil-specific seed. Find them on the web at oldieseed.com. That's OHLDE seed.com. Grass and Grain, online or in the mail, keeping Kansas farmers informed for over 60 years. Grassandgrain.com. Kansas Wheat Commission, leaders in the adoption of profitable innovations for wheat. Online at kswheat.com.
Thanks for staying with us. We're at the Kansas Soybean Office here in Topeka. We're joined by Kenlon Johannes, who's the Executive Director of the Kansas Soybean Commission. And so when we talk, let's talk about some of those things. We'll break them down a little bit, Kenlon. When we talk about research, we're really talking about research done local here in the state, so we can talk about varieties that best suit our climate and farmers here in the state of Kansas.
Yeah, that's very well put, because the national does some big scope research, but we have our own unique problems in Kansas. While we do fund the North Central Soybean Research Program, we do a lot of research at K-State. And again, it's on plant health, it's on insects, it's on diseases, other pests, those types of things, and actually a genetic breeding program too for varieties that really fit Kansas. So that's a very well-rounded production research. But we do some utilization research too. And in fact, we do some of that at Pittsburgh State. We develop polyols that replace petroleum oils. And in fact, we're sitting on foam that's made with soybean oil-based polyols. Some of that work done at Pittsburgh State with Kansas Soybean Commission funds. So that research component is very exciting.
And not only that, you look at the water issues that we face and all the other things that go along with it. I know Kansas State's got research centers throughout the state of Kansas, so they're actually touching all regions of the state.
You know, that's interesting. I didn't really put down the number. I'll have to look that up, because yes, I'm sure we probably have 6 to 10 locations out to western Kansas, southern, northern or central, and the like. So that's pretty exciting. But
and not only that, you look at the research you can do at Kansas State University when it comes to the swine unit or the beef unit and everything else that goes along with it. You know, basically the feed unit.
Yeah, we've done some feeding studies, things like that. And what I think we've done a little bit with K-State and some of the other universities, though, is really biodiesel. Now, we have a biodiesel consortium here in Kansas, which is somewhat unique. Some states are pushing out to promote biodiesel in stations and things like that. We're doing it with the academic aspect. So we've got a person who goes around and talks to diesel mechanics. We work with North Central Community College. We work with Seward County College. We work with K-State. We work with KU, all of them, and they form this consortium to really promote biodiesel and really educate those that would actually work on biodiesel machinery.
Well, not only that, but it's just another use for soybeans, and it's added value. I think he even said it's kind of added value for the soybean farmer.
Yeah, and it's an industrial use. Soy foods are pretty small. They're like 2%. Again, back to your pork, beef, and poultry, they're 98% of the meal. Those are the big boys. We really think that's important to this aspect. And then we make sure and we get this message out too with different types of trade shows, farm shows. There'll be some soybean schools coming up in January, very soon here. So we want to get that message out to producers too, not only what we're doing, but what they can do to better raise soybeans.
Perfect. Someone's watching the show this morning, wants some more information about some of the things that are actually being funded this year through the Soybean Commission. Where can they go?
Certainly. Our soybean website is kansassoybeans.org, and our toll-free number is 877-KS-SOYBEAN. So call in or check on the website.
Perfect. You're watching Kansas Ag Report, and we'll see you in just a minute.
In late November, the Environmental Protection Agency released its renewable fuel standard volumes for 2017 and 2018. The overall volume increased, and a greater advanced biofuels requirement provides a market opportunity for biodiesel, which is the most prevalent fuel to qualify for that designation. Under the new rule, the biomass-based diesel standard moves to 2 billion gallons in 2017 and 2.1 billion gallons in 2018. However, the United States used about 2.6 billion gallons of it in 2016. The The RFS requires increasing volumes of renewable fuels to be blended into the U.S. fuel stream. The law is divided into two broad categories: conventional biofuels, which must reduce greenhouse gas emissions by at least 20%, and advanced biofuels, which must have a 50% reduction. Biomass-based diesel fills a large portion of the latter category, which the new rule increases to 4.28 billion gallons in 2017. Made from a diverse mix of resources, including soybean oil, biodiesel is the first advanced biofuel to reach commercial scale production nationwide and has made up the vast majority of advanced biofuels production under the RFS to date. Learn more at kansassoybeans.org/biodiesel on the web.
At Farm Bureau, we understand the vast majority of Americans are several generations removed from the direct experience of farming. Today, I'd like to introduce you to My American Farm. The My American Farm website was designed to help bridge that gap. This educational game platform engages pre-K through 5th grade learners in the discovery of relevant agricultural issues. The totally free site offers agriculturally themed games and more than 100 free educator resources such as ag lesson plans, activity sheets, and comics. My American Farm is a wonderful place for young learners to explore and discover more about food, fiber, and energy. The interactive games are divided by grade level and subject matter and include titles such as Ag Across America, Amazing Grains, Equipment Engineer, Fact or Fairy Tale, Farmer's Market Challenge, Grocery Grab, Harvest This, Keys to Stewardship, Load the Lunchbox, and My Little Ag Me. There are also great ideas for the classroom, fairs, and events, or some good old family fun. My American Farm is a special project of the Farm Bureau Foundation. The site and resources are made possible through the generous support of the title sponsor, DuPont Pioneer. To take advantage of the free My American Farm ag lesson plans, resources, games, and activities, visit www.myamericanfarm.com.
Thanks for making Kansas Ag Report the most watched ag show in Kansas.
This segment brought to you by Farm Bureau, a grassroots ag organization representing the state's farmers and ranchers since 1919. KFB.org. Oldie Seed Farms, carrying soil-specific seed. Find them on the web at oldieseed.com. That's OHLDE seed.com. Grass and Grain, online or in the mail, keeping Kansas farmers informed for over 60 years. grassandgrain.com. Kansas Weed Commission, leaders in the adoption of profitable innovations for wheat. Online at kswheat.com.
Premier Farm and Home has what you need to make your lawn the best in the neighborhood.
Hi, I'm Ken. We choose Premier Farm and Home for the professional look that we do ourselves.
Feel free to stop in. You can also visit our website at heycow.com.
I will take action against herbicide-resistant weeds. I will know my weeds, and I will stop them before they go to seed. I will do whatever it takes to give my crops the upper hand, and I will use multiple herbicide sites of action because every action counts. I will take action, this time for all time.
You need a partner that you can count on to be there for your business. Providing a depth of understanding to risk management issues so you don't have to. A knowledgeable support team located in your area, delivering products and services to make you more successful.
The producer-funded Kansas Wheat Innovation Center was built to get improved varieties into the hands of farmers faster. Kansas Wheat, farmers advancing their future through wheat genetics research.
Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture, represents grassroots agriculture. The state's largest and most powerful farm organization stands up for its members through leadership development, agriculture education, legal defense, environmental advocacy, farm safety, and risk management. Members also enjoy money-saving benefits. To join our organization today or to learn more, go to www.kfb.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter.
This Medford, New Jersey school bus runs on biodiesel, and so do these. In fact, all of these buses run on clean-burning biodiesel, which is great because the more we use biodiesel in our heavy-duty vehicles, the less carbon pollution in our air. Think how great it would be if more of our school buses ran on biodiesel. More biodiesel, less carbon pollution. More is less. Biodiesel, America's advanced biofuel.
Imagine having someone help you pick the best corn hybrids for every field on your farm. Your Oldie representative can combine your data with his data to offer a field-by-field prescription. Contact Oldie Seed today at 877-692-4555.
More than 3,300 producers from across the country became certified through the Beef Quality Assurance Program as part of the Fall 2016 promotion sponsored by Boehringer Ingelheim Vetmedica. That is the largest number for a single period in the history of Boehringer's sponsorship. The checkoff-funded BQA program is important to the cattle industry because it provides ranchers, feeders, and dairymen with a set of best practices for producing quality beef. The program covers low-stress cattle handling principles, proper administration of vaccinations, judicious use of antibiotics, and cattle care. It gives consumers assurance the beef they buy and eat is both safe and wholesome. Implementation of BQA practices also is credited for helping the industry avoid additional and burdensome government regulations. Online BQA training modules developed and maintained by the Beef Cattle Institute at Kansas State University are customized to fit the specific needs of each segment of the cattle industry, including cow-calf, stocker, feed yard, and dairy operations. Many of those who have become BQA certified report implementing management practices learned through the program increased cattle efficiency and profitability. Through its sponsorship of the Beef Quality Assurance Certification Program, Boehringer Ingelheim also provides financial support for the Beef Cattle Institute. Producers can become BQA certified by going to bqa.org.
Our business is people. Paragon Ag has been serving the agricultural industry and their families since 1998, and we believe our customers represent what's best in America today: pride in their work, loyalty in their community, and the determination to stick to their agricultural roots and values. Our mission is to provide the experience, service, and education to help them navigate our challenging ag markets. Paragon Ag has grown to become one of the largest ag risk management firms in the Midwest. What's the secret to our success? It's really no secret at all. Our success has been built on the same foundation and beliefs as our customers. We focus on personal relationships, hard work, determination, and the willingness to adapt to the changing markets. The markets are evolving and are more global in nature than they have ever been. Many producers are realizing that their marketing practices have to evolve as well. Profitable opportunities in the market continue to be fleeting, and your challenge is this: what are you going to do different next year to take advantage of those opportunities before they are gone? We can help. Our commitment is to help our producers utilize all the tools available and in the end give them the peace of mind that someone is watching out for them while they focus on what they do best: farming and ranching. Our business is people, and the ag community is our family. We look forward to hearing from you.
Closed captioning brought to you by
The Soybean Checkoff. Progress powered by Kansas farmers. KansasSoybeans.org.
Ag Risk Solutions. Experience, knowledge, integrity. Your crop insurance solution, Ag Risk Solutions. Kansas Wheat Commission. Leaders in the adoption of profitable innovations for wheat. Online at kswheat.com. Kansas Livestock Association. Supporting our members' business interests to meet consumers' demands. KLA.org.
Well, that's our show for today. I hope you'll join us each week for more news and information about agriculture in the state of Kansas. I'm Brian Holman, and thanks for watching.
I will take action against herbicide-resistant weeds. I will know my weeds, and I will stop them before they go to seed. I will do whatever it takes to give my crops the upper hand, and I will use multiple herbicide sites of action because every action counts. I will take action, this time for all time.
You need a partner that you can count on to be there for your business. Providing a depth of understanding to risk management issues so you don't have to. A knowledgeable support team located in your area, delivering products and services to make you more successful.
Premier Farm and Home has what you need to make your lawn the best in the neighborhood.
Hi, I'm Ken. We choose Premier Farm and Home for the professional look that we do ourselves.
Feel free to stop in. You can also visit our website at heycow.com.